Okay, webcam mic works. Okay, what's that picking up? Well, I would like to know what that's picking up now. Okay, what's that picking up? Well, I would like to know what that's picking up. Okay, that sounds like it's... That's going to the mic and the webcam, but not my actual microphone. Okay, that sounds like it's... That's going to the mic and the webcam, but not my actual microphone. Why Streamlabs? I have no idea why Streamlabs keeps doing this every single time I want to do a stream lately. And it's always giving me technical issues, but lately it seems like every stream I literally cannot use, like, my mic has just not worked with it. Like, and it works just fine with It works just fine with Discord, is the thing. Technical issues, but lately it seems like every stream I cannot. Okay, is it work? Is that it now? My mic has just not worked with it. Like, and it works just fine with Discord, is the thing. Okay, is it work? Is that it now? Hello. I'm gonna make sure that's going through this mic. It's a very riveting stream, I know. Hello. I'm gonna make okay. Sure going through. All right, that sounds a little bit better. All right. Good Lord. Okay. All right. Alright, let's get this switched back over so I can draw the stuff. If it will recognize my drawing software. Please. Alright, come on. Come on, work, damn you. This piece of shit. No, that's not it. What the actual hell? What the hell, Streamlabs? Come on. Okay, literally just the last stream, you had no issue recognizing you have plenty. This stupid software has plenty of space on the drive to work. It's like plenty of RAM, plenty of actual hard drive space. Son of a fuck. Jesus Christ. Like what in the... And I didn't put up... And then I didn't turn on my other monitor again. I'm a technological genius over here. Alright. I can get this working. I can get this working. This piece of shit software. Maybe I should switch to plain OBS. Son of a bitch. What? Why do you not do what I tell you, Streamlabs? God. Oh. Fucking finally. Jesus. There we go. I don't know how hard that was, but apparently I deselected something and now it wants to work. Oh my god. Jeez. Okay. Now let us do the thing. Krita, what the heck? I have no idea what Krita is. Alright. I think last time I started working on the head before I quit for the night. There we go. Oh no, I use Clip Studio Paint. Friend recommended it to me. I apologize, 52, but I'm afraid I do not remember you. But that doesn't mean we can't meet again. Alright. I actually found the drawing, the original drawing of him. Yeah, I did find the original drawing of this guy. And it's somewhere out there. Shoot, do I actually have it as a file? Oh, you were Engine Gaming. Okay. Now I remember. All right. Yeah, I should at least try and find the old thing. If I can. Assuming that I do have it, actually have it saved on the computer still. Okay, well, I found the second iteration. Sweet, 89 views, nice. Okay. This was all the way back in 2018 when I made this version. Oh, good God, it is. Yeah, you can tell that's an old one. I'm gonna turn the brightness down on this. I'm gonna turn the brightness down slightly on that. Nope. And it drops the frame rate on my cam. Yeah. I don't even remember how the heck this thing was supposed to transform like this. Like, I don't think I was quite thinking that one through back then. That's that version of the head. Oh, that looks horrible. That is so horrible. Yeah. Maybe I should just go dig out the old drawing. Use that for reference. Or inspiration, rather. You know what, let's just I'm gonna keep working on the robot. Come back to that later. We'll just do that later. Right now, focus on fixing up the cab here. Fix the proportions on this. Those need to be brought closer together, or this needs to be extended. One of those two things. Okay. It's coming together pretty darn nicely, if I do say so myself. Especially compared to the older versions. Gotta think about the shape of the frames. Which layer are those on? Here's 17. All that. Boom. There we go. Alright, which layer is that on? Make a copy of that and bring it up here. Great. Just use that when we remember how they're supposed to be shaped. go. Okay, so... And again... That cylinders. That's gonna be got the block that they're on. Oh. That trapezoidal shape. Comes down again for the dry wheels. Just assume that they kept it simple. Active camouflage, good to see ya. Simple like that. Trace this up here. This is just a sketch as a reference for the final version, so I don't really need to be too exact with the lines. Probably have to move all that down. The most cursed Class 58. This I gotta see. Try and keep that parallel. Go. Is that long? Is that proportionally long enough? I've only drawn the... Okay, it looks like that did... Okay, yeah, I did only draw that on the wings layer. Good. Unless they were... that all those three of those were still selected. Okay. Now if I flip this around... Oh, So there we go. I can scale it up. Give me a rough idea what it should be. Nope. That should. Extend it out a little more. I'll think. Drivetrain from a Model Power Alco. Grafting it to a Hornby Class 58 frame. It could be done. It could be done. As long as it gets results. It's a rough outline for what this is supposed to be. I think this should be fine. Can you tell that I'm not exactly the greatest with circles? Perspective on those is wonky too, but I'm gonna try something completely different for those. I want to keep those lines. Ellipse. This ought to do for now. Yeah, that ought to do. That ought to at least do for now. Gotta keep reminding myself that this ain't the final version. Put some polish on these cylinders. Sketch out the valve slide bars for the valve gear. Well, let's fix the perspective on those cylinders first. Let's try to. It's not working out too great. Shadow Rock. Our things down in Florida there. Didn't look too pretty last I saw it. Bigger. Screw it, another ellipse. Nope. Okay, we're gonna cancel. Gonna merge these into a single layer. Another layer. That's gotta be way bigger. Oh, it should be a little. Alright, that looks a little more proportionate. Go. Straighten that line out. Alright, now I'm gonna hide that. Now I'm gonna move it down. That down. That gives me room to work and all that. Actually, no, that's gonna be hidden by the cylinder block behind it. Alright. And I have the front cylinders laid out. Okay, slight slope inward. Going to do another ellipse. M. There we go. Control T that. Alright. There we go, there's that. I remember that I'm looking at this. Like if I were like this is the inside of the cylinder, the chassis, the frames. I'm looking at the side of the mechanism you typically don't see unless you're actually working on the thing. Crank assembly that goes out. To here. Crank. It's part of the crank assembly. Thing that holds it. Go ahead and bring in the front view of it. Make sure I'm getting the curves. I'm getting the curves kind of right at least. There we go. I was just thinking. I think the bullied Pacifics would suit a transformer. At least if talking G1. Yeah, that would actually really work, yeah. Because if anyone who's not familiar with... For anyone who's not familiar with steam locomotives, the bullied Pacifics were designed by Oliver Bullied. And they had this streamlined casing on them that hid their boiler shape, and like they were designed to be cleaned in the same like in the same things they used to clean their coaches, so it's a lot more blocky looking of a steam locomotive than what you typically think of. Honestly, same thing with the leader that he designed. Really, steam locomotives don't usually lend themselves that well to being made into transformers, which is why I'm kind of having a blast designing this. Trying to make it A, look like a real engine, and B, work practically as a transformer. Like, this is the most fun I've had drawing in a long time. Those drivers should probably be bigger and the frames longer. But you know, right now, I am liking that a lot. Yeah. Ugh. Yeah, that is actually coming together really well. And you know what? Let me go ahead and... just these a tiny bit bigger. No. Layer. Take care of all of that. Extend that out. I still have to figure out what to do with this bit over here at the very end of the frames. That's what sticks out and goes under the firebox in the cab. If I want the firebox to be the feet, those could get in the way. You know, I'd rather avoid doing having to do more parts forming for him. So, I apologize if my voice sounds weird or if I keep doing this. I believe that I have drainage, which I believe to be a combination of, which I believe is the result of a combination of my allergies acting up and a lack of significant water intake. Yeah, that is coming together pretty darn smooth. Yeah, I'm gonna turn my attention back to the head now. Doing mecha heads is like it's a challenge because especially with Transformers because you've got an actual face to do. Like I guess that same technically applies to Gundam, but you've got the helmet and you've got the face, but the helmet is the head. You're not designing a... It's a whole thing. Then when you get perspective involved, that's a whole other matter entirely. And eyes. Getting this shape just right for Transformers' eyes has been a challenge for me in the past. Sometimes the angles look awkward, sometimes they're too long or too tall. All the time too wide. I say as I get it reasonably spot on the first try. Technically, I'm taking inspiration from a Gundam Eye here, but... I mean, it's all mecha, right? I know someone out there is gonna vehemently deny that Transformers is mecha, but... if you're gonna disregard Transformers as a mecha thing on the merit that they don't have child soldiers inside of them. Yeah, I'm sorry, but I'm sorry, if you don't think Transformers is mecha, you're objectively wrong. It's giant robots beating the shit out of each other. Who cares if they're their own sapient organism? That was a pretty huge argument that went down on the website formerly known as Twitter.com when the Studio Trigger music video came out. And someone made the argument that because Transformers are giant aliens that wage war on our planet, and their politics are a metaphor for our own politics here on Earth. This person made the argument that Transformers are kaiju. And you know what? I can get behind it. I mean, we literally have a Transformer that is Godzilla. Trypticon is a thing. Ah, sweet. Power. Sweet. Shadowrock has power. Sweet. Now there was a time that Transformers was basically Super Sentai too. That is literally, that is basically what Master Force is. You got these human kids who get the human kids who get the power to turn into Transformers, when they basically do a Sentai Henshin or a Power Ranger morph. And you got the pretenders in that series disguising themselves as humans and then turning into the robots. They're also doing a Power Rangers morph, basically. And from some clips that I've seen, it looks like, from what little I've seen of Sentai, there's like an episode in Go Onger where like 3 of the engines, which are the mecha in that show, disguise themselves as humans in feudal Japan, and then they turn back into the engines and combine into a samurai robot. And basically, the only thing separating Super God Master Force from Super Sentai is the fact that it's an anime. Is the fact that it's a cartoon and not a tokusatsu. Can you tell I've been getting into Power Rangers lately? For over a year now, I have been getting super into Power Rangers. And I am super pissed off that I never had the chance to watch it as a kid. Like, I knew that it existed in a vague sense since like kindergarten. Because one of my friends mentioned it one time, and I think I recall seeing some of the toys on the store shelves. But I was too obsessed with Thomas and Bionicle and Transformers to give it a second thought. And like my great grandmother made me she made me a Power Rangers pillow. And that's been up at our farm property and has likely been eaten up by mice now. Oh god, it has been too long since I've been out there. I never watched Power Rangers as a kid, and now that I've actually watched it as an adult, I would have eaten that shit up. God. Oh man. Well, this is actually looking pretty alright. But I probably should get the actual drawing. I probably should get the actual drawing that I made. Because, you know, I'm not going to be able to... I really want to try and replicate that to an extent, but I can't do it from memory. How about this? I will be right back. Yeah, I'll be back. I'm gonna get the thing. Transition. There it is. Okay. Alright. Here we go. I got the thing. Here it is. Look at this garbage. I don't even... This had to be like 20... This had to be like 2015 or 16. Oh, God. You know, in all honesty, I can't fault my attempt. Like, God, look at that. That is primitive. Like, even then I was not a very good art. I was, like, really lagging behind everyone. Jubilee transferred to the southern region and was given a War Department tender. That does sound very, very cursed. Oh, man. I just realized there's some Japanese... I wrote Japanese text on it. Which I'm sure that I translated shoddily in Google Translate. I'm gonna try and read that. Tosuto no... Okay, I think that's supposed to say keeper. I think that's supposed to say Tosto no keeper. Tosuto no keeper. Oh, I'm such a fucking weeb. God. What was I thinking? Oh, Lord. Okay, but... I am gonna try and... I'm gonna take some at least try and take some inspiration from the head design on that bastard. I've been reorganizing my room, cleaning it up, and getting new bookshelves. And I've found a lot of my old art from back when I used fucking DeviantArt. You know, a lot of it. A lot of it was, man. I mean, to be fair, it was a decent attempt. Decent attempt on my part. I don't regret any of the art that I drew, of those drawings. Yeah, some of them just wound up being super lazy. Like, give him a big ol' mohawk. Oh god, that would be a... Transformer that turns into a New York Central mohawk. And he has a mohawk on his head. Heck, call him Mohawk. Yeah, if you can find, Active, if you can find a real life example of just the weirdest shit happening on a real railroad, then that is your excuse to do it as a model thing. Like, shoot, I'm trying to think of something. I'm trying to remember something that a guy at my old train club did. Shoot. Dang, now I can't think of it. Dang it. Oh, well, I'll get back to focusing on the thing that I'm trying to focus on, I guess. One of these days I'll be able to. Well, hopefully, one of these days I'll have enough actual knowledge of the Japanese language to actually actually make an actual translation of Keeper of Toast into Japanese. I had a dumb thought a while ago to dub all of my videos into Japanese to reach a new market that's untapped. 50, are you just typing out a bunch of stuff in German? Can probably lower this whole crest thing down. And I just realized it kind of looks like a cowboy hat. Texas rep. Also, so you actually are German. That's pretty cool. Oh dang it! Now I can't stop thinking about Power Rangers. I think I've mentioned this before, but okay. Actually, no, I have mentioned this before. I think it was like one tweet. But I had this idea to make the Shattered Glass Seekers basically the Power Rangers, like Chojin Sentai Jetman. Starscream, of course, is the Red Ranger. I just keep having this impulse to combine every special interest with another special interest. Make of that what you will. My parents, I really wish I would have been able to watch Power Rangers as a kid, but no, all we had was PBS, Cubo, and CW4Kids. And to be fair, there were good programs on those. It's just the stuff that I really wanted to watch was on the channels that my parents just refused to pay for. Watch the Big O and Ranma laugh. It's like... All right, 50. I am gonna type that into Google Translate, but I'm very scared. I'm certain there were many Germans in 1943 who did indeed exist. Alright. I need a reference. I'm trying to go to TF Wiki and get me in. Oh. Well, that's certainly an instance of a thing. I need a reference for how to accurately draw the other half of the face and not make it look like ass. Kinda gotta look at Sideswipe's character model. Come on. Here we go. It is so bizarre to me that TF Wiki only now started having gallery pages, and only having them some of the times. Oh no, you're good, 50. This is like a chill atmosphere here. We're just all having a good time chatting. We're drawing a cool robot. M1. Do an M1. Sideswipe's character model doesn't really help with this at all. It kind of does, but not really. This is definitely coming out a lot better than this. You know what, Keldeo Studies, I'm doing pretty alright. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm gonna have Shattered Glass Megatron finished by TFCon. I've had to deprioritize him compared to cleaning up this fucking room. My hair reminds me of Tom. Oh god. Oh. Oh god, Tom. Oh god. You know, I see it. I really do see it. And yes, Keldeo Studies, the head is very Gundam-like because I'm pretty sure I did originally try and emulate Gundam as well. Yeah, it probably does look a little generic too. Guess they can't all be winners though. I want to see how this actually looks on the robot at the moment. You see that's what he looks like when he's playing on that's what he looks like when he's playing on Ghost Fort and Marasmus does a thing. Yeah. It looks pretty alright. I don't know, it's not quite doing it for me 100%. And I'm afraid I have never so much as heard of Spitting Image, Contemptible. I think I'm gonna try something. That's a little better, I think. Now with a little refinement, that could... pretty good. Yeah, let's try it on the big one. 50, you're back. First, I'm gonna move the eye over. That looks a little better. Got an engineer cap and a engineer cap that looks like a bandana. Yeah, I did consider going with the engineer. I did consider the engineer cap look for him, but no, I'm kind of iffy on that. I think that might be a bit much, but we'll see. In animated, I think that was the motif they went with for animated Astro Train 2. Or that could just be a piece of fan art and I'm thinking it was official. You know what? I'm just gonna go verify whether or not animated Astro Train had that look. Astro Train. Onto you. Okay, so it was a piece of fan art that I was thinking of, because the actual animated Astro Train, the only image that there appears to be of the actual animated Astro Train, has a spaceman's helmet. 50 sent me some photographs. Let us see. Yes. I really want to keep these like curved. I don't want to keep these like curved side vent things that are totally not ripped off from a Seeker. Yeah. If I move this forward, that should allow me to draw it wrapping around the head, I think. Now let's see if I can make it look less like a banana. I can make it look on the other, like on the other side too. Look pretty good with a little work. Let's look at these looking a little sharper. That's looking a little better, I think. Slightly less like a banana. Go. Looks like banana, like Rebecca. Oh yeah, I definitely want to see that shotgun mech. 50. I definitely want to see that shotgun mech 50. Yeah, that's coming together pretty alright. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, now let's see how that does. Yeah, not bad. Not bad at all. Yeah. I am liking where this is going. Yeah, that. I gotta stretch. Man. Ah. A body. Ah. Ah, man. Okay, here we go. I fixed a Bachmann Ivet by removing the tender, the DC chip from the electrical circuit. Okay. It's pretty cool. Oh, so that's an actual functioning thing. Okay. Nice. Yeah, 50. That kind of reminds me of something. Yeah, that kind of reminds me of something that so our school district had these summer enrichment programs on offer when I was in elementary and middle school, and I did the Lego Mindstorms one a couple times, and a couple of the guys in there were like late middle school, and they had already done it a few times, and one of them made a straight up made a machine gun that had it used a motor to spin a Technic arm, and it would slap out. I think it was top. I don't remember if it was top fed or bottom fed, but they would put in a magazine loaded with these 1x3 Technic arms, and this little motor would spin around an arm and just slap out those little Technic arms at rapid fire. Yeah. Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, seeing basically anything in Lego is pretty cool, but especially, like, to me, firearms are, like, one of the cooler things, because you don't really see them that often. Meet the engineer. Who would win, Megatron, an evil robot tyrant, or one Kirby solos Megatron? Like, Kirby is a beast, man. Kirby would solo Megatron. Kirby would solo Unicron, I bet. Just because, I mean, literally, have you like, I'll admit that I haven't actually played most of the Kirby games, but I know the shit that he can do. Like, and not just in the and not just from watching Terminal Montage, like in the actual games, he literally rips gods in half. God. Do not fuck with Kirby. Just straight up, do not fuck with Kirby. Now I've gotta fill this in. I've either gotta fill in this little area or like extend the torso. Oh, why don't I just take the torso and lower it down a little bit? There we go. Turbo, you can drill the final boss top down through the body and it exploded in Planet Robobot. Ah, yes, and he did indeed kill the final boss in Forgotten Land, the damn truck. You do not fuck with this man. You do not. There are 3 things that you don't do. No, 4 things. You don't tug on Superman's cape. You don't spit in the wind. You don't pull the mask off the Lone Ranger. And you don't fuck around with Kerbo. That's like the only piece of... That is the only piece of YouTuber merchandise I've ever bought. Like, generally, Terminal Montage's Kerbo is like probably the best, like one of the best representations of a Christian in media today, because he's not stereotyped as just a bigot towards literally everyone. Not hellfire. He's not hellfire and brimstone. He's just a cool little dude. Like something about Kirby 64 is like one of my favorite internet videos just ever made. And the ending has a big part to do with that. Let's go ahead and sketch him out some hands. Some basic ass hands. Just fill in some some robo detail here. And I'm gonna have to sketch out his tender backpack later. You know, almost every teacher has committed a war crime. Probably. That really does check out. But realistically though, it's not really a war crime if you never signed the Geneva Convention. Yeah, I mean, we all joke about movie Optimus committing war crimes, but how do we know the Autobots signed the Geneva Convention? How do we know that their standards for war aren't the same as ours? And I drew that on the wrong layer. Heckin' darn. Eraser and get rid of that. That's a little better. Alright. You know, I just realized a flaw with my design here. Because this folds over on one joint. They spin around and be like this. Then they're supposed to twist into place. You guys know I was joking about the whole Geneva Convention thing, right? I mean, the arms are supposed to twist, and so that the funnel and the ladders stick out to the side. But if that were the case, the elbow could not be there. Because that one, that should not be bending that way. If I did it like that. That is a... Yeah, that's and that I didn't quite think that through 100%. Well, darn. If I want this, I'm gonna have to come back to that. If I want this to really be, like, I want this to really be, if I want this to be a practical thing, is that... I'm gonna have to have a needlessly complicated elbow joint, or just completely rethink this. Dang. Okay. I guess I'm gonna have... I don't think I'm really gonna be able to... do any more of this tonight. That was not what that's not where I wanted to unscrew it. Man, dang. I was hoping to have the base robot finished tonight. Dang. Hour of... Oh, good. Turn them around. Have the flat surface out. Joint goes inwards. I guess if it were on a ball joint, it might work. Or a universal joint. Why would you put an elbow on a universal joint? And I guess in that case, if you put an elbow on a universal joint, then... I guess just have two universal joints. And that would be extremely complex. Man. Anyway, Active got a short tanky tube. Yeah, I don't like the look of the short tanky tubes. It's a personal thing, but I don't really think there's anything wrong with the short tanky twos, but it's just not my preference. It's not just a Thomas thing. It's oh yeah, and I'm sorry, 50. What was your question? Of a hollow frame or a solid frame? I'd say the solid would be more structurally sound, but a hollow frame would be lighter and easier to handle. So, I guess pick whichever one matters more: the structural integrity or being able to handle it. Just gonna make a note here for myself. And I'm going to ponder that. Oh, you mean transparent parts? Okay. I have no answer for that. I guess just whichever one you like more. Yeah, I'm going to ponder. I'm gonna ponder. I'm just gonna ponder this for a while and come back to this later, because I'm too hungry to think about this, man. Like, I'm gonna go get some dinner and. Yeah, I don't know what to do for this. Like, probably gonna have to revise the arm design again. Alright, anyway, good night. I'm Keeper of Toast. I am a hungry man. Next stream, I am gonna shoot for Wednesday. Let's take a look at the calendar. Yeah, should be on for the next 3 Wednesdays unless something happens. And of course on Halloween I am flying off to TFCon in Baltimore. So if you happen to be up there, then come by and I'll show off Sunstorm. Anyway, I'm Keeper of Toast. Good night. I'm hungry.